Ay, magandang araw ulit mga chong. Welcome to Monkeys Vlogs, Bananas, and basically what we're going to do, unbox natin ngayon si Rufus Shinra. He's actually number 1 dun sa PlayArts Sky Final Fantasy VII Advent Children na line. I think kasama niya si Yuffie at Vincent as number 2 and number 3. So sila yung parang unang batch ng Advent Children PlayArts Sky line, which definitely started yung series of the Advent Children line na naging hit. Especially now, yung Final Fantasy VII remake is already up and running as long as with along with the Intergrade with Yuffie expansion sa PS5. So marami pa rin hindi nakakalaro nun, especially ngayon na mahirapan ang pagkuha ng PS5. So, Rufus Shinra, Vice President mostly during the Before Crisis or Crisis Core issue ng Final Fantasy VII na series. Pero most of the time during the Final Fantasy VII game line, he is the president of the Shinra company. But during this particular period, Advent Children, yung Geostigma, he has been infected with it. That's why meron siyang white sheet of bandage para itago ang kanyang stigma. And it only healed after nag-produce ng healing brain si Aerith. But that's in the Advent Children movie. I suggest you watch it, especially if you're a fan and you understand how it worked. But yeah, siguro sa Hong Kong ko siya nakuha, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And since this was the first of the line, I think na-develop siya or na manufacturing date niya is around 2012, more or less. If I'm not mistaken, checking on at the back. Oh, di ko. Anyways, but it's around that particular period na nagkaroon siya ng ganitong figure, and as indicated at the back, over 26 points of articulation. But this is the back of the box. I think he has an alternative head along with Yuffie. Because on the front of the box, wala siyang ear. Pero let's open the window type. But yeah, yun. So as always with the Shinra backdrop, background for him, a debt owed to the planet. Rufus, the former president of Shinra, was presumed to be killed by a blast from the diamond weapon while he was trying to wield the Sister Ray in the battle 2 years ago. But he somehow survived. However, perhaps because of the effects of the damage, he was now in a wheelchair bound. On top of that, he contracted geostigma, a debilitating plague affecting the residents of Edge in particular. While he once had a cold and cruel disposition, Rufus had a change of heart over the course of 2 years after his previous battle and now acted on his goal to repair damages done to the planet. But no one really knows what his true intentions are. Genova Box. Genova was an extraterrestrial life form from the crash landed on the planet and started to consume its energy. Rufus Shinra kept Genova's head contained in a box that was named the Genova Box. Not better words. However, Kadaj was after Genova's remains because he was remnant of Sephiroth. Kadaj sought to reunite with Genova's head in order to bring about the return of Sephiroth, shotgun. Rufus's weapon of choice is the shotgun, which he refers to as the pinnacle of Shinra Company's technology. The kickback from the shot is massive, but Rufus Shinra can wield it with one hand. But yeah, so as I have mentioned in the movie, he is wheelchair bound and he actually was offering Cloud to partner up with him to defeat Kadaj and his team. Surprisingly, itong line nito, I think it hasn't ended. Hopefully it ended with the Fenrir. Kasi wala, ang mga nirelease ng more recent was just the PlayArts Crisis Core of Zack and Aerith. And they didn't create Kadaj and nor his team kasi nga they formed Sephiroth before the movie ended. And actually Kadaj had an action figure dun sa PlayArts version ng Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. But Cypher, or not actually Cypher but Rufus, I always indicate Cypher kasi nga pareho silang white suit Cypher, if all you guys know, is from Final Fantasy VIII, but Rufus didn't have an action figure dun sa PlayArts line ng Advent Children. Pero that being said, I think he is an essential antagonist. Aside from, of course, from Sephiroth, he is well known as the first one that is really the primary antagonist before Sephiroth came along. So he plays a major role dun sa first chapters ng Final Fantasy VII Remake. And yeah, I know everyone knows his theme. Meron din siyang welcome ceremony. Yeah, so you can imagine soldiers walking in batches, and then Junon. Everything's really nostalgic with this line, especially when you have played it during the 90s or 1996, grade 6 yata ako, if I'm not mistaken. And Japanese pa yan. Wala pa siyang English version. So really had to ask my classmate before kung saan pupunta, anong gagawin. And then, of course, maalala nyo, meron mga options na kailangan i-select. So, ang hirap siya. Para na maging in, and siguro ang ganda nung it's really way ahead of its time. So yeah, it is taped. And I remembered I really bought it either in Hong Kong or Japan, if I'm not mistaken. It was really cheap. It's right like around, pag kinonvert mo siya, siguro mga nasa more or less 2,000 pesos. Because he really wasn't that popular before, actually. But now, if you're trying to purchase him, I think he's gonna run you about 5K, more or less. 5K. Kasi ngayon ang mga figures na to would cost about 6 to 8K, depending on the character. But yeah, here is on the clamshell, side of the box. Just gonna remove it. Just has an extra pair of hands. Genoa box, his shotgun, and then yung alternate hand niya. It's weird, parang nakalabas yung... Anyways, let's just see how it looks. Oh, you have to press it down. Yeah, he has clenched fist for his extra set pair of hands. Ang kanyang alternate head along with the neckline. Talagang neckline. Sculpted hair and flesh tone. Good paint apps. Double barrel shotgun. What? With gold accents. Genoa box. His holding is when has the seal. Para siyang urn. And kaya pala siya para nakalutang is his body. Let's just use this head instead because it's the one in the movie. Really didn't have a clean look there, but yeah. Good figure. 8-incher siguro, 9-incher. Ball jointed elbows. Not sure if it's butterfly type, but yeah, you can extend his arms. It's plastic material sa kanyang suit. Pelvis, he doesn't have any hip articulation. Meron, but not so much. Leg articulation, double joint to the knees, ball rolling articulation type sa kanyang feet, and other than that, that's it. I think you're supposed to use his left or his right hand to hold his shotgun. It would have been nice if, but what would you expect if you're going to, isipin nyo na kung gaano kalaki yung wheelchair niya if ever ginawa niya. Pero kung ganun man yung magiging trend, hopefully not. Because I think one particular yung price point nung cycle ni, let's just use this to hold the general box instead. Medyo loose yung kanyang neckline, so you really just have to make sure that it sticks. But definitely be a good addition as the antagonist. Will bring him along with Sephiroth. I think I plan to have him as one of the last ones that I will unbox, but I'll find a way to pose him. Along with the rest of the figures. Pero siguro he'll be the one facing the team once nandun na siya sa shelf. But other than that, that's Rufus Shinra, PlayArts guy figure number 1 for the Final Fantasy VII Adventure Line. Again, thank you for watching. And if you guys hopefully subscribe, click on the like button, notification bell for any new videos that you would see. You will get a notification. But yeah, salamat ulit sa panonood mga chong. And hopefully you guys still stay safe. Take care. God bless. And then good shit lang everything. And that's it. Peace out.